Good morning, learners. Welcome to today's math lesson. And we're dealing with still continue to deal with decimals. And in our today's lesson, we are going to deal with the division of a decimal by a whole number. We are going to see how we can be able to divide a decimal with all numbers. So I want to give you examples of what we are going to do. Like one, we have 18.72 divided by 12. Let's see that what we're supposed to do. I know it looks a bit tricky to be able to divide, but now you remember we did about reciprocals. Reciprocals are going to help us to be able to understand how to divide here. So we have a number of methods to be able to divide this, but I want to give you a very easy method of doing it. So what are we supposed to do now? Remember what we were doing when we were multiplying decimals with multiples of 10 and 100. We want to change this first into our whole number. So this in our whole number becomes 1872 over how many decimal points we have here? 1, 2. So over a number with 2 zeros, which is 100. Then we say divide by 12. From there, Anna, we will go to the reciprocal. Remember what we did in our first lessons about reciprocals? Like you are taking 2 divided by half. What are you doing? Taking 2 over 1 times the reciprocal of this, which is 2 over 1. And 1 sub was always like that. You get 4. So what will happen in this lesson, you realize that we are going to use reciprocals. I don't want to use the other method because the other method you may not get it right when you are at home. But when I'm doing it, this one, you can be able to understand it right. So what we are going to do, you are going to get right again 1872 over 100 times. You don't for us to be able, remember this is 12 over 1. The reason why I'm putting over 1 so that you can have 2 digits, so that when you are getting the reciprocal of this, it's very easy for you to understand what you are doing. So 12 over 1, the reciprocal is, this one goes up, this comes down. So 1 over 12. So in that way, it becomes simple. This one becomes 1872 over 12 times 100 is 1,200. You see this line doesn't have decimal points. And so, because this number is bigger than this one, so we are going to divide. So, the reason why I'm doing it like this is to avoid the decimals. If you are dividing with decimals, now you are likely to make a mistake. So now we get 1872 divided by 1,200. From there, Lana, this 1,000, you must read it. 1,872, and this 1,200. How many times do this one get here? Only one time. You get 1,200. You remain with 2, 7, 8. Put a point because this one, you are not going to write it as a fraction. So you can't write 1,872 over 1,200. No, you want it in decimals. You put a point and you add a 0 there. This 1,200, this 8,720. So how many thousands can fit here? Actually 7. So you multiply here 1,200. What about by 7? 0, 0, 4, 8,400. So that's the nearest. So how many times? 7 times. You get 8,400. You remain with 0, 2, 3. We continue putting a 0 here. Of course, this one will go only. If you put 3 times, it will be 3,600. So 2 times. 2 times, you get 2,400. 0, 0. 12 minus, this is 8. You add a 0 again. How many times, Lana? 6 times. Because we know by 7 it will give us 8,400. So 6 times. So 1,200 times 6, 0, 0, 2, 7,200. So by 6, 7,200. 0, 0, This is going to be 8. 0 again. Lana, if you look at that answer, so we made a mistake. This 18.72 divided by 12. Now there is a mistake somewhere. Let me correct that mistake before we continue. We made a mistake before we continue. So there is a mistake here. So this is over 100, 18.72 divided by 12. 18.72 divided by 12. Yeah, it becomes 18.72 over 100 divided by 12. Yes. Let's try to divide it again and see where we are going to talk. 1,200. This 1,700. So one time you get 1,200. 2, 7. Oh yeah, this is where we made a mistake. 8 minus 2 is 6. 672. Put a 0, add a point there. How many times? 6,000. We want it to 5 times. 1,200 times 5. You get 6. So 5 times you get 6,000. That's why we made the mistake. 0, 2, 7. Add a 0. How many times, Lana? 6 times. You get the 7,200. And your answer therefore becomes 1.56. Simple as that, Lana. That's how you do it. Simple. Let me give you a second example. I want us to understand well. So that's one example. Let me give you a second example. Example B, we have 0.3 divided by 4. 0.3 divided by 4. Let's see. So we want to write this as a fraction. This is 3 over 10 divided by 4 over 1. So we move on. This is 3 over 10. So the first number should not be touched. So times the reciprocal of this is 1 over 4. So in this case, you get 3 out of 10 times this is 40. So from there, we divide, because we are not doing the answer as a fraction. We are supposed to leave it as a decimal. So always, the denominator is always outside and the numerator inside. 0 point, because look here, 40 cannot divide 3, it's smaller. So 0 point, add a 0 there. Still cannot divide 0 and add a 0 there. How many times, Nana? 7 times. You get 280. 0. You are subtracting. You're borrowing 1 there. 10 is 2. Then add a 0. How many times, Nana? 5 times. You get 200. And your answer is 0. And so your answer in this case is 0.075. 0.075. As simple as that, Lana. Let me add you other 2 examples. We have 2.4, this example C, 2.495, that is to be divided by 5. So first part we made a fraction, so this is 2.495 over 1, 2, 3, a number with 3 zeros, that is 1,000. Now divide by 5 over 1. From there we move, this 2.495 over 1,000 times the reciprocal of 5 over 1 is 1 over 5. And here, Lana, you can be able to see that. Look here, there we can be able to cancel because this is 5 and there is a 5 here at the end. So by 5, 1, by 5 gets into 24, 4 times because it will give you 20. Then you carry this 4, this 9 now. 9 times 45. 9 minus 45 is 4. You bring the 4 here. It becomes 45, 9. So in this case, we have 499 times 1, which is 499 over, and 1,000 times 1, which is 1,000. From there, now we make this a decimal. I told you when you're dividing with zeros, the decimal point moves backward. How many times? 1, 2, 3, equal to the number of zeros that you have. So the decimal point of our number is always there, I told you. So we move back 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So this will give us 0.499, and that becomes your answer. Let me do the last one, so that we will not say that we do not understand. The last one in this case is going to be going to be 0.603. 0.603. This is D. 0.603. Divide by 3. Divide that by 3. So the first thing is to make it our number. So sorry, a fraction. So this 603 over 123. A number with 3 zeros, that is 1000. Divide by 3 over 1. That is the first step. Number 2, 603 over 1000 times the reciprocal of this 1 over 3. And from there you can be able to cancel, because if you look at this 6 plus 0 plus 3 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. So by 3, 1, by 3, 2, 0, 1. So 201 over 1000. From there, the decimal point is there, we are dividing. So it moves backward. 1, 2, 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So 0.201. So that's how that exercise is simple. So I want to give you some more. Exercise 59. Exercise 59. Exercise 59. You're going to do for me number 1 up to 12. Number 1 to 12. That is going to be found on page 81. Learner, be careful. Be careful. And don't use phones. I know most of you are using phones at home to be able to do the calculation. No. That will make you not to think so much. So don't ever use a phone calculator to be able to do this. Use your mind, so that your mind every time is vibrating. And anytime you're given a question about mathematics, you can be able to get it very clear. The reason being that in an exam, you will not be allowed to use calculator. So what will you do if you don't know multiplication? You get stuck. So I advise you not to use any calculator on the phone or whatever it is. Use your pure mind. Check how we are going to do the working, and ensure that you do very nice work. So until next time, learner, I want to wish you well. Let us try to do the best, so that at the end of the day, we shall achieve the best. May God bless you.